Oh, well, wait. Oh, no, that's... Okay. Yeah, I guess we're starting over. Nope, that didn't solve it. So, okay. Keep looking. See what you can find out. All right. Third time's a charm. Okay. Let me reload here. Okay. Well, this is certainly not my most ideal. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Well, my friends, this is not ideal, but it is what we have going on today. Here we go again. Yes. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Diane. So actually, this is the third time we've tried to start. The first one we stopped right away. And then I thought maybe I was logged in as myself trying to go live in the store page. And that was the complication. But turns out, no, that's not the complication. So, let's see. So Diane, I was kind of rambling on that your egg box bundle, those arrived, so we should be good to go. And Jennifer, I think the last thing I was waiting on for you, oh, well, maybe the pouncers too, was the tool which arrived and the Sizzix Heart bundle, the embossing folder and stencil. So that's here for you guys. So those should be getting finalized here. So today we had a memory box show up, and there were a couple things in there that we did not have in our first box. So we're gonna show you those. And then I actually grabbed a few things from the front table that, for one reason or another, I hadn't shown you guys yet. And so I am kind of excited to go through that. I need one more thing, though. It looks like I forgot something. Hold on. Okay. So there's a number of things that I just have to show you that I kind of wanted to get caught up on today. And then we have, I have a little demo for you. Oh, thank you, Jennifer. Just do my best. Oh, I feel like every day is a gold star day. Like, you guys, it's funny because sometimes people come in and we like have to, we'll work on a project or it's a new skill for them or something. And I send them home with homework because for some reason I love to do that. And and sometimes people come back and they're like, I did my homework. Now what? And I'm like, oh, I'm so proud of you. I wish I had a gold star to give you. So I ordered some gold stars because they're oddly hard to find, but I thought this way, at least now I can give gold stars to people when they do their homework. I mean, who gets homework from a craft store? I don't know, but I give out homework. So anyways, I thought that was funny. Okay, so first off, you guys, I wanted to talk about these two books that we got in. They came with the other Minte stuff. We just hadn't unpacked them necessarily. And so I wanted to make sure that I showed these to you because we haven't had these in before and they are just really, really gorgeous. So these ones are $10.99. They're a 6x8 paper pad, okay, and you have 4 each of 6 designs. These are made in Poland, just like all the other Minte paper. It's that nice, thick paper. So what these are is these are like fussy cut element sheets of these gorgeous, gorgeous flowers. But they also, if you notice, have, okay, so let's see, we've got 6 different patterns. So this one is the white roses. And you can fussy cut these, but I also thought that, you know, some of those nesting dies that we have could cut out some of these really, you know, pretty easily. They do have some space around them. You'll just have to find nesting dies that are the right size. And then I don't know what this flower is, but it's not a white rose. So I feel like you guys are so far away in this direction. It's like, ugh. So, okay. Just looks like the picture is so small. Maybe I should do it this way. Oh, if I do it this way, it'll kind of be sideways, but also really not sideways, right? Let me just see. Oh yeah, actually this is much better. Okay. So, and then we've got kind of these pastel type florals. This is maybe like a tattered rose, dusty rose kind of a color with a little bit of like a dusty mango. Look at this one. Oh my gosh, you guys. How dramatic is that? That one's just in your whites and grays with a touch of blue. And actually, some stuff we're going to look at later would go really well with this. So, and then I think we're back to the roses. Okay, so what's great about these is you get 4 sheets of each design so that you can fussy cut them, and then you could just fussy cut out like one element and create your own decoupages if you want to. Oh, hi, Christine. Hey, Christine, I don't think I sent you an email yet, but your spray bottles are here and on the shelf for you. So you could do that. But also, if there was a set of florals you didn't like, there is a great wood pattern on the backside, and they're all just a smidge different color. So not super different, but you can see that they're kind of different. This is a great pattern for like backgrounds of cards, just nonstop. So either way, this is going to be a great, great booklet. So that was number 8. That one's kind of got the softer colors and the sunflowers. And then this is book 9. Okay, good. We'll see you tomorrow then. So, oh, you guys, I don't know what it is. I am currently, there's something about this like kind of blue-pink combo that is just like, I'm loving it. And this one, oh, that is a very similar combo to what we were ecstatic about in the, I think it was called Bohemian Wedding that we showed last week or so. So this one has a lot of really dramatic ones. The first one I showed you, the number 8 book, has a lot of lighter colors. This one, all the florals look much more dramatic. Okay, so, and then we're back to the beginning. And again, you've got, you know, those wood patterns. It's not going to be that different than what's on the back of the number 8 book. But, so I have these in, and, you know, because they come from Poland, it's kind of a get them while you can sort of a thing. So you get 6 different designs, 4 sheets of each for $10.99. So it actually is a really good, oh, probably should clean my mat. Okay, hang on, one moment. So somebody's gonna get a beautifully tinted yellow price tag on the back of theirs. All right, there we go. Okay, so I wanted to make sure you guys saw those. And then, did you get the chippies checked in?
This one?
The chippies?
Yeah.
Could you do that real quick?
Yeah.
These kind of got tucked away But they're from Mintay, and these things are really, really fun. When we've had them in before, they've gone pretty quick. So I'm going to show you which ones we have, and he will go get them checked in. Oh, here, you need all. I meant to keep this one. Buffs, because they have to. This. Okay. So he's going to get us prices on these, but what these are is they are upside down laser cut chipboard elements. So, and what's fun about these is you can put embossing powder on them. They're this kind of ivory color, so you can ink them. You could stamp on them. You can do all kinds of things to create some really, really interesting 3D embellishments. And so I just kind of am going to show you like that to see if you can see kind of how thick they are. So they're a nice thick-ish cardstock. Maybe you can see it right in the heart there. But it's still pretty flexible. So they're meant for, I don't think it's like necessarily a mixed media board, but they are designed so that you can put your various mediums and stamps and inks and various things on there. So we have this one here that is the cats and dogs. So you've got gobs of options with this. And like for cat people, you can make those cats any color you wanted. For dog people, you know, you just pick the dog with like, I guess the fur shape and then color it appropriately. Sounds about right. So, so that one is the cats and dogs. And then we have, this one is called birds. And so you've got these gorgeous nests. You've got bird houses, flying birds. You have branches with birds on them. More birds, more bird houses. I'm just trying to make sure you guys can see everything since we're in sort of a weird layout. Okay. Jennifer, we'll put one in your thing. Okay, so that's the bird one. And then since I was kind of looking around for things I hadn't shown you yet, I just spied this pile over there, and it kind of got tucked in behind everything. So that's why nobody has really seen these yet, even though they've probably been here for a week or so. And then this, you guys, is the Easter one. So we have this beautiful Easter title. We've got these eggs that will be stunning, right? I mean, how fun would that be to create like a little shaker card? And, you know, you can just cut, because you have a thicker outline right here, you could actually cut the hole to be the size if you didn't have a die that was perfect, right? But that's going to be gorgeous on like a shaker card. You've got a number of these little open egg shapes. But I also like, I actually didn't notice that before because I don't get very good resolution when I'm ordering them, so I kind of have to just wing it. But how cute is that? They've got little hearts on their butts. I love that. Okay, but you actually have some pretty good like chickens and roosters, which from having the chicken poop chapstick in, or the chicken poop lip balm in store, I have heard from many of you that you either have chickens or know people that have chickens. So, which just makes me so happy because chickens are so fun and so adorable. So then you've got your little lamb and a few flowers and some carrots and things like that. So that's the Easter one. That one is the seasonal one for those of you guys that want to create something. Okay. Next up, let me put this on the side that's not going to, is I wanted to show you guys just a few things that we got in from some of the international companies that might have gone past the radar. So this one is a beautiful set of spring colored gems, okay? And they're all self-adhesive. You've got 3mm, 4mm, and 6mm. And 3mm are one of my favorite sizes. So, but actually, well, I guess those are the same size. It might be just playing a trick on me, but it looked like that one went up in size. But they look like they might actually be the same size. So, but you've got most of the ones in here are small, which is fabulous. But the one thing is that you do have to cut these apart because they are on a strip, which is great if you need to put them into a line. All right. Hey, Jennifer, no problem. And we won't be out because you're the first person to ask for them. So we'll get those 2 in your box for shipping. So you get, anybody see a count on here? 4 times 60 pieces is what it says. Yeah. I don't know. Oh, there must be 60 of each color. Okay, I'm understanding. Yep. It's been a long weekend. So anyways, $4.99 on these, but they're really pretty. Going to be great for spring and really nice colors. Probably this one goes really well with the Graphic 45 spring line. And actually, once they move off the table, we might move them over there because I'm looking at that line now. It is like literally all these colors. That one is the Grow with Love. Okay. Next up, I wanted to show you this one. So this has been on the front table, but I really think that this has gone relatively unnoticed, okay? So this little book is $6.50. It is frames. They are all die cut, and you get, let's see, 8 times 2 frames, 4 times 2 embellishments. I don't know what that means, but anyways, let's look at it. So what it is an entire book of die-cut, ready-to-go frames. So for those of you guys that are doing like scrapbook albums, mini albums, that kind of thing, and you want some frames to kind of help finish off your designs, this one is going to have frames of all different styles. Okay, this one's actually kind of a Polaroid right here, but also you have the inside of the frames, so you've got mats or matching paper you can die cut stuff out of. And a lot of people actually really like just the fact that you can just pop them out and they're ready to go. So we've got a couple of sentiments. These ones are like film, what are those, slide frame type size, but look how beautiful that is, right? All of the artwork is done for you. This one's called Hydrangea Frame. It says, enjoy your day. And then we've got more frames over here. So these are really, really fantastic if you like to do like junk journals or anything like that. But look how cute these are. They're so cute, you guys. There's my finger. I mean, it's not a very pretty finger right now, but it's cute. It's little, it's cute. And so these are really fun too if you just want to accentuate something even in a pattern paper. And then we've got some ovals and some more sentiments. Happy anniversary. I'm grateful for your love. Happy birthday. I mean, look at that, is stunning. And then you have some embellishments back here. These are just die cuts. Everything is already cut. So you can just pop those out and use them with the frames to create a little collage scene. And lo and behold, it's done for you. Actually, I didn't even see this page here. Look at all of these sentiments. That's pretty great. And you've got these little tags. Those are adorable. I hope you feel beautiful. Let your dreams be your wings. And I look at you and I see sunshine. Okay, so you get 2 sheets of that. So it's basically 2 sheets of everything. And it's a pretty good price for a whole book of die cuts. Okay, next up, these ones, this is one that some of you may have already seen, but I know I have not yet showed it on the video. And we've, my grip mat is literally gripping everything today. So we've been big fans of these 3D toppers, the ones that kind of stack and they do these beautiful things. And at the holidays, we did the make and take with the holiday set of these. So, and I know that a lot of you were able to come. Some of you guys live out of town, so you weren't able to come, but they've been really, really popular. And this is a new set that we got in. People have already been picking this up, so we might only have 3 or 4 in stock, but I think when I checked last, I can get some more if we need them. But if you like these kind of things, these ones are an incredible value, because from Hunky Dory, what I do is I take the full package and I split it up for you guys so it's much more affordable. And so you don't have 4 of the same thing, because as it is, you get 8 sheets in this package for only $12, but each sheet has 2 images. So there are 16 images for $12 for card toppers. But not only that, is that you have so many pieces on here that, like, this is not one necessarily that you could do, say, 2 images, but what you could do is, like, on your teacup here, right? You could stack this one on, and then you could just put 1 rose, and then you have all these other flowers to decorate something else. Whereas this one, this is like your number 1 piece, but this one is so darn close. It's just missing that little plate, that if you did this one and skipped it and put that one on, now you can get multiple images. So even though it's 16 different toppers, you can kind of play with it sometimes and get even more out of it. Okay. So, this one is called Amongst the Flowers, and we have the tea and the coffee cup, and they're all different, but they're all kind of like spring type. And then you've got that nice little basket, and they all, can you guys see that? They all have these foil elements to them. And this one for the book lovers, and this pretty little envelope here. We've got a bunny. See that one? So see how this one could be 1 topper and that one could be, and then you can kind of alternate. Same with the little birdhouse there. And hey, I know, Jamie, I'm trying. I'm like, it's really hard to be on such a skinny screen. Okay, I'm trying to pay attention though, I promise. I wish there was some way that you guys could, like, you know, buzz me or something. So when I'm waffling on and doing something. But, okay, so then we have the birthday cake, and we have the, you know, cheers to your birthday drink. Maybe the cutest little basket of puppies and basket of kitties. And then we have a little fairy house. And, of course, the little fairy. I guess she's a fairy. She's probably a fairy, right? Not an elf? Oh, love and fairy wishes. I'm going to go with fairy. And then we have this gorgeous butterfly and these yellow roses. So 16 different designs, only $12. These do tend to be really quite popular. So let me know if you want them sooner rather than later, because also from these guys, things do tend to sell out and then they're gone. So that is the new toppers from Hunky Dory. Okay, and then the other thing that was on the table, but that I have not yet shown you guys, and I think these are so cool. Now, I have plans for these, but, you know, I have lots of plans, and a lot of stuff just doesn't ever get done. So I am going to show these to you guys, and maybe you guys will do it, or maybe I will be inspired to still do it one time. Okay, so take a look at this. This is the 8x8 pad from Hunky Dory called Butterfly Botanica. Okay, it says contains over 300 elements. I don't know about 48 beautiful double-sided pages, 12 different page layouts times 4. That's how the math works out. Yay for math. Okay, now I'm gonna just kind of open this. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. So look at how freaking fantastic this is. So this is basically let me show you on the back side so you get the whole picture. It's basically like a rainbow of images. So you've got your reds, your yellows, your pinks, and your purples. But they're different, and they can all be mixed and matched. So we've got this one here, and then on the back side of that one is sort of like a light colored floral collage kind of a thing. And these ones are paperweight. So, but they're like a thicker paperweight. It's hard to explain exactly, but just know, like, for if you needed it to have strength or something, you'll want to back it with cardstock. But you guys, I mean, look at this. So pretty, right? And do I have an A2 card sitting around? Let me see. Okay, just for comparison, I think this might have been an A2 card panel. So this is the A2 card, right? So it is a little bit bigger because probably this is a 4x6 here. But given that, right, you have room to cut it down, but you can still keep the width. And they're pretty much laid out for perfect cards. And then you've got the little embellishments down here. And the B side. Okay. And you've got this one here. I love that. And they're all different. You guys, it's so funny because I did look through this, but kind of quickly. And so now that I'm looking through it with you guys, I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay, so you've got that one with your 4x6s and a couple of those little bar embellishments there. Like a 2x6, probably 2x4. Kind of a nice size. And that is your backside. Just sort of a subtle pink. It's got a roses pattern. I don't know if you can see that. Look at that. Oh, so fun. So this one is, what, a 4x4? 3x4? I don't know. 4x4? What size is this? 8x8. Yeah, it's probably a 4x4. Yeah, that would make sense. Okay. And then you've got your butterflies over here. And moving along. So now we've got some more yellow, kind of an orange yellow with more cut aparts. This is for people that like butterflies. Okay. So, but God, it just looks like it is so much fun. I'm going to kind of breeze through here now because you're getting the idea of what this is. And, you know, everything still is different. All these pages are different. But this way you get an idea of what we are looking at. Did I show you the backside of that? I think I did. And you still get to see everything, but I don't have to be quite so slow. Okay. That background is, ugh, beautiful. Okay. And there we go. And is that the end? Nope, there's more. There. Oh, look at that one. Stunning. Absolutely stunning. Okay. So this one is one of the best picture perfects that I have seen because I am in love with this, the way that they did this, how it's like all so many cut aparts that you have all of these images to work with and you have the background sheets that coordinate. So really, you know, it isn't, I mean, you can use a whole bunch of other stuff with it, but you have so much to work with in this pad. And you guys, it's only $14.99. 48 sheets of 8x8 for $14.99, and they're all really, really usable. So very, very exciting on that one. And I don't know how many we have in stock, but I do know we have at least a couple because we didn't really talk about these yet. Okay, and then did you get me a price on the chippies? Okay. Okay, hang on one second. Pause momentarily, my friends. Okay. Okay. So, next up we have some stuff from Studio Light that these were on the table, but they kind of got lost in the shuffle. They sort of came out maybe at the end of the holidays, something like that. And so given that, they kind of got missed, but we're going to demo this stencil here today because this is one of the most fun stencils, and it really is unique. And I think once you see how it works, then it's very cool, but it kind of can be a little bit like, you know, what? And so, and then we have the die that goes with it. Okay. I mean, it doesn't really go with it, but you know, in that same release. And then this one, this is $9.99. This is the die cut book that kind of goes in this pattern. So, and there's some paper. We have some paper on order too. I'll have to check. I think that's coming soon. This is called In Loving Memory. This one is designed to be, you know, a sympathy line, which we don't really get very many sympathy lines. So I really liked this one, but I also really liked it for the colors. So we've got these just gorgeous colors, and everything in here is already die cut. So people love this because you do not have to do, you know, much work to get these gorgeous embellishments. So you just pop them out, and then you can do your little layering collage type of a thing. But you have some really interesting elements right here, and they tie in with some of this stuff. Okay, but look at these. Aren't those beautiful? Absolutely gorgeous. Really, really dramatic in the black and white color. And then you've got these like watercolor, I think, what do they call them? Oh, in England, I think they call these blow balls. If I recall correctly. I think they call them blow balls because we were in a virtual trade show one time, and somebody, one of the presenters said it or something, and oh my gosh, it was hard to concentrate on anything else because it was just so funny. And then you've got some sentiments here, and these ones are, you know, nice, especially because a lot of times when you have to do sympathy cards, they come up quickly, and so you you know, you don't always have time unless you have them on hand already. So this one is the In Loving Memory die cut book, and you get 2 of each sheet. So tons of pieces in here for $9.99, over 300. And then we have the die, and this one cuts out. I love this. Look at all those little birds. So if you cut it out of black, you'll have gobs of little tiny birds, little birds. Or you cut it into the paper, and then you get the negative space of the birds. So you've got multiple ways you can do it. Same with this one. This is really, really going to be interesting as a negative space because it's going to cut out those extra little holes and things like that. So, you know, if you're doing collage, things where, you know, you need some interesting shapes to give it texture, this is going to be really interesting. This one is just, it's kind of just a little pretty silhouette flower set, but this one, this is your torn edge die. So you can cut this right into the side of a card. Like, let's say this is my card. I could actually take this border and cut it right here, and I'll have a very interesting card front to use with that kind of a thing. Okay, so that die set is $16.99, and then this one, I'm really excited to show you guys. So this stencil is $7.50. Okay, and that's kind of, you know, what it looks like. I did one quick example of it just so you could see what it looked like stenciled. So this is just on kind of some cloud paper. You can actually see a little bit of the clouds under here, but and so it is just, it's got these little things here and the birds plus this, and then but you've got these really interesting corners. So there's that one. And lastly, what I wanted to show you guys, because this is going to be something we use also, we have the 2 embossing folders, okay, from Memory Box. So this one here is this full panel embossing folder. You know what? Maybe I'll have you come over here and do some of the embossing so we can show real quick. So it's got this full panel, but then it has these two dies that cut out two of the flowers. So I will we'll kind of run this real quick and show you. But then there's this one. Ooh, and will you grab the sample card that had this embossing folder on it? So this one is going to be more of an all over pattern, but it has two smaller dies that will cut a couple of those flowers out. So you can get incredible 3D dimension. So this one with the bigger dies is $22.99, and that one is called Anemone Bunches. No, anemone? Anemone?
Anemone.
No, anemone?
Anemone. Anemone.
Anemone. Anemone. It's anemone. 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 Fudge balls. Hey, look.
Fudge balls.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Anemone. Anemone.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you need me to do?
I need you to die cut stuff. You're going to have to cut yourself some panels.
Oh, what's up? I cut it in bolts.
Huh?
I cut it in bolts.
Well, aren't you going to have to do both? Huh?
Okay.
I mean, cut them to like A2, and then you should be good. Okay. All right. Now, so this one, that's the full size. So anemone drift. Anemone? I don't know. Anemone. No. Oh. Anemone? I don't. Okay. Anyways, I'm going to just stop saying it because I'm going to say it a whole bunch of different times and I don't know which one it is. Anyways, so this beautiful card sample that Dave did for us has this gorgeous embossing folder just as the background. And so then the way that the color graduates on it and stuff like that, it just makes a stunning, even though it is so busy, it actually makes this really stunning background that is not overwhelming for the eye. So, okay, so I'm going to have, how many card panels did you cut yourself?
One. So you want me to do two?
You're going to need more card panels, yeah. So I just want, so people can see what this one looks like all by itself. Okay, so then the anemone drift is $16.50, okay? All right. Oh, plus I need another card panel for what I was working on. But I guess I will use this one because it's right in front of me. Okay, so I started this already, and I just wanted to kind of show you guys where I'm at. So these, my friends, are the flowers from the folder. I mean, just look at that. Oh, I can't find my camera. There we go. Look at that, right? Gorgeous. That detail is incredible. Okay. So, and what I decided to do for this one is keep going. Okay. There's some marshmallow right here if you need it. One sheet should cut into 4 A2s. We'll cut 4.
Okay.
So cut it, if you cut it the short way in that little trimmer, cut it at 5.5 first. Okay. Okay, so this is the stencil. And when I did it for this one, I just stenciled everything. But when I want to do it on the, what I want to do for this card is I'm going to just stencil this is why I think I needed the panel. I do need a panel actually, if that's okay.
5.5 or what?
4 1/4 when you turn it. Okay. And the pouncers, are the pouncers over there?
Mm-hmm.
Could you bring those? I guess, and thank you. Okay. I'm going to switch so I'm not on the card thing. This way I can trim it down a little bit if I want to. All right. So this is from an international company. That's why it doesn't perfectly fit our A2 size, but I'm not really too worried about that because I can just tape it to this thing and it'll be fine. And then I can trim it down because we can just create a panel, or I can create a card slightly anemone. Yeah, I think that's, yeah. I know Jamie was here the other day trying to teach me how to say it. It's just gonna be one of those words. Okay. Okay. So what I absolutely love about these is, oh, and the pouncers, they shipped today. So we were waiting for them to come back in stock, and they should be back in stock any day now, okay? So the set of the rainbow mini pouncers is $24.99. I have like 12 coming. So I know some of you guys are already on the list for it, but if you aren't and you want a set, be sure to let me know so that, because they went pretty fast last time because I've been using them and I'm kind of loving them. So I could also use the brushes with this, just because it's okay the way that, you know, this one is. In here can get a little bit dicey, but that's okay. So I'm just gonna kind of go with this. If I want to add a little bit more deep color, I can bring my brush in and you can see how the color is getting a little bit darker. Okay, just like that. And then I want to do the bottom part here. But with the pouncers, it is so easy to avoid the parts of the stencil that I don't want to use or I don't want to ink. I'd say that. Watch me pick it up and I'll have a big yellow bird in here. But okay, and now could you cut out this one and then emboss? Did you do the little, oh, that's a lot of panels. I'm not sure why you did all those panels.
You said 4.
Yeah, but I needed one done for this one. And I need you to cut these out first and then emboss them. But do you need, I can show you, or I can line it up on the video so people can see how to do it. Okay. So we've done these memory box 3D embossing folders with dies before on the videos, but it's been a little while. So he's going to cut out the big flowers, these ones right up here. And then I'm going to line it up. And what I found for these ones, and for ones in the past, is that the easiest way to make sure that they end up exactly the way that you want them, coming out of the embossing folder, is to do them one at a time. So you could probably do multiples, but you might have to figure out how to tape them or something, you know, something to that effect. Okay. And no, I need, oh, you didn't cut it yet.
Yeah.
No, you need another plate. You need both of the, because it won't cut on that.
Yeah, no.
You need the thin die adapter. It's with the other plate. Oh, here it is. Okay. So now, I'm just going to take a little bit. So I love the Simon Hurley inks for some of these things because they're so vibrant. The colors are just really fun and playful. So I'm just putting a little bit of orange around the edge there just to give that corner a little less, you know, yellow. And with the pouncers, you can see that it just goes on nice and soft and smooth. Okay. So next, look at this, you guys. Because this is where it gets really fun. Look at how cool that is. So for like doing a background, if you did this in a light gray, like, oh, I should have done it in Lost Shadow. Yeah, that would be stunning, right? Lost Shadow, put some of those florals on, something like that. That would have been really, really gorgeous. Okay, so he's got these. Let me show you real quick. I'm going to have him run these through to get us these flowers, but I want to show you guys how to do it too. So, and he's watching as well in case he needs to you know, fix them before they go through. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to die cut first, and then you're going to look at your embossing folder and find out which side goes up out of the folder and which side goes down into the folder, okay? So you want the side that has basically the recessed, and then what you're going to do is you're going to take your die cut, and it will most likely just kind of fit right into that little notch spot. Now, this one has a little bit extra on this folder, like one leaf that kind of sticks out, that the die cut doesn't do, and that's totally fine. So I'm going to see that it fits right into that little depression right there. Does that look pretty good? And then I'm going to gently close this. I'm not worrying about spraying it at the moment. And I'm going to hand it over to my die cutter over there, and then it will come back and it will look as gorgeous as this without the ink. Okay, so then I thought this is going to be really fun for a card. So you guys, I did a couple things prior to the video just so that we could sort of move along, and I'm just going to walk you through. So what I did is I took that background right here, okay, and then, do you need me to show you where that one is? Yeah, make sure the good side of the die cut goes into the depression, okay? So I took this one right about from this stage, ran it through this embossing folder, just because, you know, I kind of wanted to see where this was going to go. And then I was like, oh, that's really pretty, but how can I make it even more fun? So what I did is I took, after I had embossed it, so I have this pattern, after I embossed it, then I took my stencil again, put it right back over the top, okay? And now it's kind of just working as a mask. And then I took my orange one of these or one of these. Actually, probably the flat one will be the best bet for this. And I just took it like this and did just very lightly, oops, without moving your stencil, of course, just like this. And what that does is gets those high points of the flowers to really accentuate them. But you can see where I colored it orange before it was embossed and where I colored it orange after it was embossed. Mm-hmm. See, it's pretty neat, right? And so I did that on both sides. And then I thought, okay, well, I don't know 100% how this next step is going to work. Okay. But I wanted to try it. I need one of these that's clean. So as I'm looking at this, I'm really liking it, but I'm thinking that is a very stark white against yellow. And actually on the video, you can see the shape quite a bit. So I don't know if this next stage is something I'm going to do and totally ruin it, but I'm going to give it a try once he comes back with something. Okay, but in the meantime, I feel like you gave me something, but it just sort of fell on the floor, maybe. Okay, that'll be good, thanks. And a tool that doesn't have a foam on it. Okay. All right. So, I'm going to come back to that. Let's hope I don't muck this up. But I just thought, okay, that's really white, right? So what if we do, the good news is I have another panel that I can fix this with, because it's really quite easy to do this. So I'm going to just get a very light coat of yellow on here. And then I thought, what if I just take this and very lightly, that does look better, doesn't it? Do you like it?
Yeah.
Okay. Very lightly go over it to kind of accentuate the flowers that are in the white part, but it also tones down the white part. See how cool that looks? Do you like it? I can't really tell by your face, but...
What about these guys here?
That was from the stencil pattern.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because it was just kind of to have a fun colored corner. Okay. So, but I can add more yellow. Do you want more yellow on it?
Go for it.
Yeah? Okay. Like that. I think that looks really cool. Okay. So then what I ended up doing for the flowers, I'm just going to do one of these flowers to show you guys. But what's going to end up happening is we're going to pick a sentiment, and then these guys are going to go on foam a little bit. Something like this, do you think, or like this?
I don't know.
I don't know either. And then the little stems are going to go in the sentiment, is basically how this is going to kind of come together. Okay. So I may end up adding a little bit more red on here, and I'll show you guys how I colored the flowers. So this is kind of a two-part method. And, you know, you don't have to do it like I did it, but I will show you, and then you can kind of take it and run. So I wanted my flowers to be more orange than yellow. Okay. And given how the card is kind of turned out, I may end up adding a little bit more red to this. But so the first part I did was I took my pouncers and just went all over the orange part. Because what's happening here is the pouncers is getting into the little nooks and crannies and giving it more color in all of the areas, okay? And then I took my green pouncer, which had leftover ink in it, and I think it had leftover ink, yeah. And I just kind of took it so that it added just a little bit of ink down here. Now, look at that, you guys. With the pouncers, that is how fast it is to get some color on these. So then I took, let's see. Can I have bee sting maybe? So you could do this a couple of ways. Because I have orange on here, even if I now take my flat tool, right, and go over this flower, it's going to then hit more of those high points and give us some darker color. But because they're blendable inks, what we can do is we can add in some red. Now, red is always one of those that, you know, you want to be kind of careful of because it's pretty intense. So what I'm going to do is, because I don't have, sometimes you know how you craft with just whatever is in front of you. So I don't know how much red is on this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this and very lightly dust it on here. Now the pouncers really are meant to go up and down, okay? But I'm just very, very lightly, and this is partly because I'm being lazy and I'm not getting out another foam, but just very lightly taking this. Let me show you the motion. If I hold it up, okay? I'm taking it like this. It's almost a kiss touch. And just like we do with Copic markers, I'm flicking it, okay? And that's what's giving it this graduated color as it goes up the floral petals. So, and hopefully you guys can see this. You know what I might do is I might actually add, and then live to regret this, but add a little bit more red so it'll show up a little bit better on the video for you. So I'm just going to hold on to it, and I'm just going to take it and flick. Okay. Now, the cardstock I'm using, this is just the Basil Marshmallow cardstock that I love. Okay. And then if we want to come back in with some more orange to kind of, you know, brighten up those edges, we'll just come back in. And now we have a very, very vibrant flower. And it was super, super easy to color. You didn't have to stress about it. Okay. Bye, Jennifer. It was good to see you on the video. So now when we take this and put it up against the other one, you know, it's going to, well, it's still going to be pretty guppy because I didn't change that color actually. So maybe I'll take this and maybe we'll make this a little bit more red around the edges. See how that is. Ooh, you guys, actually, wait a minute. This is going to be awesome. I just held it up. It is gorgeous. Okay, let's get a little more red in here. Absolutely beautiful. Okay. And then I'm going to say, oh, look, she went too far. But that's all right. So, and once you guys start using your pouncers, like just keep them on the table. I actually just keep mine in a basket right now, because you just use them all the time. So this is how this one turned out, but it's so easy to color it. And then when we go to put it on here, look at that. Isn't that amazing? So pretty. So I will probably finish the card later, because I think I want to turn these guys a little bit more red, because I actually really like that because it stands out against it. And I have another idea, maybe like some vellum or something. So anyways, but I wanted to show you guys how the embossing folders can be colored, how you could use stencils even to add in some sections of interest. These die cuttable florals are amazing from Memory Box. And there is just so much you can do with them. So plus you could make yourself a background like this, and then if you wanted to, you can put these right back where they came from once you've colored it. I mean, absolutely gorgeous, right? And then this one, I believe, goes here. Something like that. I think that's how those go. So if you wanted to do something like this, I would actually cut that so that you have like a border strip and you've got some really pretty colored florals there. Anywho, okay, so quick-ish recap. If you guys need the mini pouncers, please let me know so I can make sure to get them held for you. They're $24.99 for the, I believe it's 9-color set. If you also want the gray, brown, and black ones, those are $9.99. These are the minis. And the minis are the newer size, but they're a really nice size for doing some of this detail work. Okay. And we have quite a few colors now of the Simon Hurley inks in stock. So if you haven't tried these, you should, because they're quickly becoming a favorite, actually. So as a recap for some of the stuff we have to show you today, that I hopefully won't make too big of a mess. Okay, so we have the In Loving Memory Die Cut Elements booklet for $9.99. We have this really fabulous die for $16.99. And I didn't get to use this one today, but you might see it come up. And then the stencil, which I love. I just love this stencil. This guy is $7.50 and it's incredibly unique. Okay. Plus, you guys, I just use the corners on the card, but you can also just use that part of the card as well, right? So lots of fun stuff. And then the 2 embossing folders from Memory Box that we showed are the full background one, which kind of looks like that guy was in this card here. And we didn't necessarily do the die cuts for this one, but, you know, I think you can get the picture. We might try to do it for demo in the store, but so this one is called Anemone Drift for $16.50. And then this one is called Bunches. We'll just go with Bunches for $22.99. Okay. And that's the one that these dramatic flowers came out of. And my guess is we're going to need to order some more of these now that we have these really pretty samples. The other things to show you guys, just as a quick recap, we have the Butterfly Botanica Picture Perfect 8x8 pad. This one is $14.99. We have the new decoupage toppers For $12, you get 16 different designs in that one. We have these gorgeous spring-colored rhinestones that are going to perfectly match the Grow with Love collection. And those ones are $4.99. We also have the chippies, the dogs and cats. And you guys, I believe these ones are $7.50 or $7.99, something like that, because we just checked them in. So somewhere in there, and I'll let you know, but they're really, really affordable. We've got the birds, and then we have the Easter of the chippies. And then lastly, this really cool little DIY block. So this one has all of those die cut frames and doodads and things like that. That one is $6.50. And then from Mintay, for those of you guys that like to fussy cut, we have Flora Book 8 and Flora Book 9. They are $10.99 a piece. Really stunning flowers in here. You do have to fussy cut them, but you've got great wood patterns on the backside too. And so you can create your own decoupage with these or just use the florals as elements. And so we went through these a little bit more in detail at the beginning. So that's what I have to show you guys today. Thanks for hanging in there. I am so excited about some of these new things. Really, really fun. So, all right, you guys, have a good one. Bye.